Hey, what's up to everybody out there on YouTube on this lovely Friday afternoon? I hope all of you and your families are doing well out there. And as always, welcome to Super Hubby Review. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to drop by my channel. It is much appreciated. And also keep in mind that to show your appreciation for my content, you now have the option to leave a super thanks in the comment section if you choose to. And with that being said, let's get into it. And today I am going to be reviewing this hyper tough 12-volt cordless digital inflator. I'm really excited about this consumer review. Shout out to Hyper Tough for creating this inflator, and also shout out to Wally World for having this available. The cost price is $44 and change, pending upon where you purchase this from. So the first thing I'm going to do is talk about everything that comes with this inflator, and then I'll talk about the performance of it, how to use it, battery life, and we'll talk about some of the consumer advertising that is on the box. All right, so the first thing I love to do with is to inspect. So I was pretty nice inflator here, and I really needed this is really good to have. I had a slow leak in my tire, and I figured I'm gonna go out and get one of these, and this has been extremely handy. Nice inflator here by Hyper Tough. I like that black and red trim looks really nice. I really get giddy over things like that. I love that trigger portion right there. Hyper Tough did a really good job with this inflator here. And just look at it. It's really nice and very user friendly, very compact, and it's also very easy to use as well. You also have some accessories here, inflator accessories here. You can use this, can detach these here, and you can use this for like balls and things like that, basketballs, any type of sporting equipment that has a inflation office on it, inflator option on it. You can use this to do that as well. It's easy to come off, easy to detach, and things like that. This part here is going to be your power button. You press that button there, and the inflated excuse me, the inflator comes on. This button here, if you press that button, it's going to give you an option to, if it's nighttime and it's dark and you can't see quite well around your tire, press this button here and a light comes on. Let me put in the battery pack, and I'll give you an idea of what that does there. Press that button right there, and a night light comes on. Cool. I like that. That was a good feature by Hyper Tough there, because sometimes it gets really dark depending upon where you're at, and that light affords us the opportunity to be able to see exactly what we're doing. Nice little feature by Hyper Tough on this inflator here. And you also have the there's a power button there. Okay, and you have a plus, a button with the plus on it, and another button with the minus on there. This gives you the option to set your inflator options whenever you're pumping air into your tire or other things that need air. So I love that you're able to manually set your preferences as you're using this pump here. All right, and also this part here is where you're going to put the inflator hose at. Very easy to do. This little part here. Let me Put that down for a second. This little part here, it comes with this as well. This portion here is going to go into your tire. Now, when you're using this in your tire, make sure that you push this part here. This part here goes down. As soon as you put it into your little tire part there that you put the air in, make sure this part here is down like that. If it's not down, it's not going to pump up your tire or your basketballs or footballs or things like that. This part must be down, so keep that part in mind. All right, it comes with this little air hose here, little nice accessory. Okay, and it's gonna come with another option here to where you can also use this in your car. All right, so if the battery pack is dead, you can attach this right here, and it gives you the option to use it in your car. So really good option there. I love how long the cord is, because sometimes, depending upon where that component is in your car that this goes in, there could be a little bit of a distance to get to your tire. And I love how long, extremely long, this cord is. It gives you the opportunity to have the reach you would need to pump up your tires or any other accessories and things like that. So good decision by Hypertough to do that as well. Okay. All right, so we got that part there, and it's going to come with a charger cord here. Now this piece here goes, this little charger part here is going to go into the battery pack, and I'll show you that as well. I'm going to detach that, press these two little red buttons here. It comes off. All right, and that little part is going to go right here. Plug that part in right there, and it's ready to charge. Now it doesn't come with the plug, so you have to have bring your own plug, but at least it comes with the charger cord. Not too bad at all. All right, now let's take a look at the battery pack here. Take a look at that battery pack there. It took me a few hours to get it charged. Didn't take long at all. I love that it has a battery life indicators here. As you press that little button there, it lets you know how much battery life it has. I love that. As you can see, I have the battery pack fully charged. Anytime I leave home, I want to make sure that this Inflator battery pack is fully charged, because you never know when you're going to have a flat tire and things like that. Like I had to experience, you just never know when something's going to happen. So it's good to have this Inflator, this cordless digital inflator, handy and fully charged at all times. So I love that. So you don't have to guess how much battery life it is. This Hypertough feature here lets you know, and things like that. So as you're charging it, this red light here is going to come on. All right. If the battery life is, once it's fully charged, the red light is going to go off. That's going to let you know that it doesn't need to be charged anymore. The battery life lasts for quite some time there. I have noticed. I've used this quite a bit, and I was very pleased with the battery life. Again, it takes maybe, if it's fully dead, it might take you about three hours to fully get it fully charged and things like that. So I purchased this Hypertough inflator solely because it had really good reviews. I was in the market for a inflator that I can have in my car at all times, and I was very pleased with the reviews. Very good, positive reviews this Hyper Tough inflator got. And solely off that, I said, hey, let me go out and give this a try. And so far, I've been extremely pleased with this Hyper Tough inflator. Money well spent. Not too bad for $43 and change. I would consider this to be a low risk purchase. And sometimes you might want to have this available, because if you have a slow leak like I had, sometimes brand new tires can cost you about close to $200 or more. And sometimes a slow leak is manageable. Some people are just not going to rush and spend $200 if they have other obligations and things like that. I guess it depends on the individual, but if you have a slow leak that's manageable, putting air in the tire a few days, a couple times out the day, for me really wasn't that much of a hassle and things like that. So I would say that this Hyper Tough inflator is taking care of all of my needs when I need to pump some air in my tires. You never know, you could run over a nail, you could have a busted tire, anything can happen. This would give you the assurance to know that you have something compact that you can carry with you at all times in case there's an emergency and one of your tires has a slow leak and it needs some air. And that air that it gives you could buy you enough minutes or time to get to a shop to get some new tires or to get your tire patched up. So this would be considered a really good investment here. Also, it also comes with this little carrying bag here. I like that. Pretty nice bag here that you can put the inflator in and all of the accessories. Easy to carry this around. Good accessories that Hyper Tough added to this inflator here. So that's pretty much, I believe I've covered all of the key points with this inflator here. Let's talk about how to put this little part here, this air hose on here. You're going to take this end right here. See that part there, and just put that in like that. And you're going to turn it and screw that in tightly. And then as soon as it gets tight, you know it's ready to put air in your tires or any other things you need that need air. So not too bad. This is really nice. I love this. Very user friendly, good battery life, very easy to use, and that's what really stood out. So got that part there. And also keep in mind, it also comes with some very important information here. This is your owner's manual and user guide. Feel free to read this as well. There will be some important information in this as well if you want to take a look at this as well. So again, shout out to Hyper Tough. You really did your thing here. And I'm very giddy and very bubbly when it comes to things like this. I've saw quite a few other brands of inflators, but this one really stood out to me. And when I used it, I can see why. It had really good reviews there. I'm very picky when it comes to things I purchase, and this Hyper Tough inflator, it lives up to the expectations and things like that. All right, so let's talk about some of the advertising on the box here. Some things that would perhaps stand out to the consumer there. It is advertised as 6-minute inflation time. Now that's going to stand out to some consumers there. That's a key point. And to some consumers, that matters. It is also advertised as auto shut off function. I like that. A lot of times, so that function is going to prevent you from putting too much air in your tire or other things. So I love that automatic shut off function. Also programmable. It is also advertised as programmable digital display. I love that because I'm able to manually put in my my preferences as I'm using this. So I love that part there. And it is also advertised as a 2-year limited warranty. Now that right there is going to stand out to some consumers. That right there gives you peace of mind knowing that if something happens in that 2-year span, that you would be protected with your investment. I love that. And also, um, you know, because of Walmart's user-friendly return policy, I would consider this to be a low risk. I figure if I did not like this, I can just take it back to Walmart and get my money back. But so far so good. I have no complaints. So I believe I covered everything here. That's pretty much my review there on this hyper tough inflator. I hope that something helpful or informative was said or mentioned that will make a positive impact in your purchases as it relates to inflators. I would say that there are different brands out there, but this brand here by Hyper Tough, it really got the job done. And I've used quite a bit of Hyper Tough things in the past, and I would say that I'm very impressed, and it lives up to what I expect a hyper tough product to actually do and perform. Also, um, let's go ahead and talk about lastly that for those of you who've seen this in the store and you're wondering, should you go out and get it? Yes, this is definitely worth the investment. Give it a try. And not only is it important for me to share my thoughts, I'm also curious to know what are your thoughts for those of you who have purchased this. For those of you who have purchased this product online, feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what did you like about it, what didn't you like about it. Feel free to leave a comment, and in some cases I will read your comment and respond back as well. So again, if you have not yet, I also thank you in advance for subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell, and also liking this content in its entirety. And also a special thanks to those of you who do subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate your positive support on this social media platform. And I'm just your friendly neighborhood consumer. And I love making honest review-based content in my free moments. And I will continue to do this so that I can help out other consumers out there like myself. Also, to show your support for this channel, feel free to leave a super thanks in the comment section if you choose to. And lastly, always remember that God loves you very much. Accept Jesus into your heart. Repent of any sins in your life. Keep that faith. Never give up. Love, live, laugh, and most importantly, let's keep each other safe out there. And lastly, never underestimate the power of the consumer review. With that being said, everyone be safe out there until next time. Bye.